Alright, good morning everyone, it's your boy Raven again, and hope some of you had fun this weekend. I hope many of you remembered the reason for this weekend, and I hope some of you caught my thread or caught the thread that I reposted on Twitter from, if I remember the name correctly, Justin Lasik, who is a wounded combat veteran who posted a very, very lovely thread, which I posted the unroll to it. Alright, already got pregame done. Let's go ahead and get right into it. So, yep, I'm screwing up again. This is all one take. Okay, so, Well of Weird. This is the well from which Odin looked down, and the rune's surface, which he took up. So let's see what the Well of Weird is for today. I'm not doing a spirit animal, but I am going to do this. So Well of Weird. Oh, there we go. We're just about. There we go. Here we go. It says, magic is real. It is a force in the universe. Your power is real. You are a force in your own life. Do not dwell too long on the past. You will miss your present and thus your opportunity to direct your future. Everything is connected. Even apparently external influences may affect us. So, we're being instructed again to let go of the past so that we can use our power and ability, that which we can do to manifest what we need to do to direct our future. Even though the Norns exist, the Norse were not exactly stuck on fate being fixed. You can change that. And you can do it by looking at it. That's what we're doing here, right? So, we've got a High Priestess. We've got a Ten of Pentacles. And we've got Judgment. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so story this is telling me, it looks like there's been some excess here. That's what I'm getting from that Ten of Pentacles. Of course, the High Priestesses are spirituality of sorts, and that is what I really wanted to look up here. High Priestess, there we go. So apparently, we do have some spirituality here. That High Priestess is that's what she's all about. But I'm seeing some excess in that Ten of Coins, or Pentacles, and Judgment. That's the one that's kind of puzzling me here. So it's not necessarily a terrible thing, but we are having some reflection here, and we're kind of reflecting today on. We actually have two polar extremes here. Our spiritual lives, which we want. We want to be able to manifest things. We do want to stay in that kind of like, I want to say floaty headspace, but at the same time we're grounded, because this is an earth based suit, and we tend to overcorrect. So with Judgment, we're looking at trying to balance those two, and we're doing a lot of reflection today. We've spent a lot of time in this weekend alone trying to remember what was, what this particular holiday yesterday was all about. Obviously we had some very prominent people say some things that weren't exactly congruent with it, and kind of appealed to a very base level for it. It did not sit well with some of us, obviously. So, we were trying to focus on kind of like spiritually and physically and mentally healing, but it looks like we might have overcorrected just a touch. So today we're going to be thinking about it quite a bit, looks like. So for the starseed, we've got the 7 star sisters here. We've got jump in. And of course we have big picture thinking. Now for these 3, I do want to go into the book a little bit because honestly, we could just go by the cards. And what I'm thinking is we are urged to kind of zoom out just a little bit and consider the larger overall picture. We really, I mean, the cards tell us we got a little focused on minutia, and in some cases rightfully so. This one though, this spread right here looks a little different. And I really want to kind of go into the book's meaning just a little bit because there may be something there that we need. Here it is. Creativity and intuition come from the same sacred place. They occur when we find ourselves flowing with the rest of life. Earth is renowned as a planet of manifestation and creativity, yet so many of us have forgotten how to create. Somewhere along the way, we stopped seeing ourselves as artists, creatives, poets. Yet to be human is to be creative. Creativity is part of your nature. And so perhaps you're being called to surrender to a new creative project, which wouldn't be a terrible thing. As a matter of fact, it would be a wonderful thing. If you have the ability to get a little creative at work today, which a lot of us are returning to work today, I would say, get a little creative. Whether that's getting creative and dealing with someone, possibly revamping a little procedure to make it a little more efficient, stuff like that. If you have a job where your entire job is to create, you're being called to do it. And jump in. Life bends for the courageous, and courageous is what you're being called to be. You're already facing the right direction. The only thing to do is leap. You'll figure out details as you go along. Things may not always be smooth sailing, but life on Earth rarely is. And I think that's important. And that big picture thinking, I think overall, I'm going to see if I'm right in saying this. Overall, your ability to create is going to contribute to something in the bigger picture of things. And I think you'll be rewarded for it, not necessarily immediately, but later on down the road. You're going to be seen as kind of the hero or the heroine for it. So the world needs more artists, dreamers, inventors, and visionary thinkers. Perhaps you've had an idea recently that you're being called to usher in. If so, this card is confirmation that it is divinely guided. Every one of these seems to be about creativity. And they're telling you, stop sitting on the fence, jump into it, because, yes, it's a good thing. Just go into it, okay? So, try not to, so we have a tendency to overcorrect. It looks like we have a tendency to overthink. So we've got Othala. Oh, we got the Algezer, that's always a good one. And we've got Dagas. So Othala is usually, that's usually a card of inheritance or heritage. But it looks like in relation to this particular spread here, it looks like it might be, how can I say this? Perhaps a windfall, maybe? I don't rightfully know right now, and that's what's messing with me. So no, it's about equilibrium. So things will stay as they are. We are rich if we have our friends, our family, and our health. ancestral energy becomes important. So kind of draw on that a little bit, you know. You have ancestors. We all do. And every one of them, think of it this way, every generation is supposed to be sort of an improvement upon the next. So you have dad, you have his son, which makes him now dad, which makes son now dad, granddad, great granddad, you know, daughter, mother, granddaughter, great or grandmother, great grandmother. Like I said, it's all take. I'm just keeping the mistakes in here. So on and so forth up the line. Every new generation is supposed to be an improvement upon the next. But there are things from the experiences from the past that you need to have those in place. Some traditions are there for a reason, and it's important to understand what those reasons are and why. With sort of Algies, this rune is a rune of protection. It's the elk horn, so you are protected. You're fine. Dagas, again, know that you are protected. Only the positive energy is flowing your way today. Expressing daily gratitude will create profound change. Have hope. Happiness is within your grasp. The time for sorrow is over. Grief is necessary, but soon it will diminish. Seek balance in all things. I mean, no truer words ever spoken, really. But with Algies, fear is a necessary part of courage. Just differentiate between what is yours and what belongs to others, and set those boundaries. That's important. So, we've had our holiday here. We've had a tendency to overcorrect a little bit, and that shows right here. That's why I detected that excess from here. And we're going to be reflecting on that today. However, remember that today is the day for whatever ideas you might have had, manifest them. The Well of Weird is telling you, this is where your power is today. Manifest those creative ideas. Even if it's just a new way of dealing with someone else, it makes sense. Things are going to stay as they are. That's fine. Make your boundaries known and protect them. Also respect the boundaries of others. And don't worry, because you're protected. You're fine. Okay? That's all I got. I'm going to go ahead and get this in the pipe. And I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. That's what Dagas is all about, having that gratitude as well. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you for checking it out. I'm glad I could give you your daily forecast, as it were. Like I said yesterday on Twitter, before I closed out, I'm no meteorologist. But the happiness is moving in today. As always, my friends, my starseeds, shine on.